Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden and you're not. Welcome to the Geek Group, where today we're doing part 2 on our autopsy on the Volcano Inferno. There you go, that's it. So this is a rather ferociously constructed e-cig, and it requires the use of a buddy and power tools to get it open. So we're going to get my buddy up here with power tools. We're going to drop it. Now this is the bigger one in the Inferno set. This is the 1000 milliamp version. And I'm chucking it up in my DeWalt power drill because we take our work here pretty seriously. So that's my thing. Do we have an extra pair of safety goggles down here? No? All right. I'm just going to be really careful and try not to die. Okay? Come on over here, and we're going to put that right on there. And I'm going to have Corey run this, and I'll spin it off. So come here a second, please. But now that we know what we're doing, this is a little bit easier. If you hold it right there and keep your head back a bit, you can actually see it on the overhead cam. It'll look kind of cool. Go! Hang on. Pull it, do it slowly. Yeah, you're going the wrong way. Hang on. Go like that. There. That's right. Right there. Hit it. All right, so we've got that cut off, and all we did was just use a file and a drill to take the housing down, and now we're left with the main body and the top. So let's pull the battery out. Now this is the largest battery used by any Volcano e-cig in any form. So it's pretty epic. Look at the size of that. It's huge. All right. Oh, and look, they've gone straight up to masking tape on this one. It's a new type of tape in the many wonderful flavors of tape that is the Volcano e-cig line. So we've got this one, straight up masking tape. Now there's no cool Chinese letter tape on this one. Kind of sad about that one. We had one battery with Chinese letter tape. That made my day better. Now I'm going to be really careful and keep the solder tabs on this because I want to measure the voltage on it. Now this is just a factory fresh battery. It's not fully charged, but they do put a bit of a charge on them at the factory for testing and stuff. So we'll peel off the tape. And you'll notice the tape is red on one end and black on the other, so it's polarity marking. I'm guessing that's just to make things a little easier to see. The battery itself is labeled. You can see there's a plus and a minus. And this is a 3.70 watt-hour battery. So it's bigger than the other one by a fair margin. Now see, I'm pretty sure that the voltage in all these batteries is very, very similar. But what really makes a difference is the amp hour rating, or the watt hour rating, which is a weird way to do it. Because the higher the watt hour rating, the more energy it stores, the longer the battery will work. The more voltage you have, the hotter it'll burn the addy to the point where it'll burn the addies up. But the more watt hours you have, the longer the battery will work. So this battery will work for a very, very long time. I mean, it's massive. I think I have, in comparison, I have one of the, now these aren't exactly the same, but they're pretty close. This will give you a good idea. You can pull these out. See, I keep this stuff often. Now here's a battery. Now this is the big one. This is the Inferno 1000 milliamp battery, okay, which by the way is 1 amp. Now here is a magma battery, and here is a Volcano battery. So look at the differences in scale there. Just look at that. It's huge! Epic battery of doom. So let's put those in there. See, keep all this stuff for reference. So there's our big giant battery. Now let's see what the voltage is on it at a nominal charge. This probably isn't a full charge, but it's up there a bit. So there's our meter, there's our battery, and we got a little plus symbol there. So grab the plus lead, grab the minus lead, and it lights right up to 4.18 there. So it's 4.18 volts. It's 3.7 watt hours. So right now, everybody out there should Google Ohm's law, and you can figure out the current and everything you need to know, because it's cool like that. Now on the other end, we've got our, so we'll set the battery aside, and this leaves us with our tube, which is just solid on the bottom. Because remember, this one doesn't have the USB pass-through. This is just straight up battery. So it's just a little metal can. There's the bottom. And that looks to be a solder point, so the can itself is probably the negative conductor. It's probably the ground. Now the other end, we got a little lerf. And it's time for Gerber Ninja. Reach in here and we'll grab the board. Now the board's probably exactly the same or very similar. And it's stuck in the thing again, so we grab our hammer and smash it a little bit. And we can get the plastic shield off. Don't need that. Now this board is different. This board is white. So just like with the other one, I'm going to zoom way in, way in. There's your board. I can zoom in farther, but we're in the digital zoom, which is throw away huge parts of the image. So this is about as far in as we can get and still have it be decent. Now the board looks different in that it's, well, white for one, but let's see what we've got. Did I keep the other board? I think I threw it away, but it's in here. Let me dig. We'll compare the boards. Ah, gotcha. All right. Now here's our boards. Let's do a side by side with them. They look almost identical with the exception that the color is different. This is the big one. This is 1000 milliamp. This is 650, but they're pretty much identical. Very, 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 very similar. Let's look at the other side. Very similar. You can see we've got our two LEDs, we've got our switch, resistor, yeah. And there's your positive and your ground connection there. And yeah, so there's your boards. Those are cool. And then the only thing that leaves you with is the cap with the button. Here's your button here. There's the actual plastic button. And there's inside your cap. You can see it's all plated, just like the other one. Arc spot for probably the soldering or welding or something they did here. You can see the positive voltage connector. And then there's your terminal there. There's the button in the center for your hot lead. And then the case is a ground. And the ground continues all the way down the entire case. So that is your look at the Inferno big one. There you go. That's your complete equipment autopsy of the Volcano Inferno, big and little, everything you want to know. I'm going to keep that battery. It could be handy for something. And I'm going to keep the end of this because that'll give us a dummy load for like a mount. I want to get we're going to take one of the cartomizers apart. We'll turn that into a dummy load when we're done. That'll be fun. So, I'm Chris Boden with the Geek Group. You guys have fun. We'll have more for you next time. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and quit smoking analogs. We'll see you later. Bye.
This video was made possible by a grant from the Future Girl Foundation.
This video was made possible by thousands of private donations from members and viewers like you.
please visit thegeekgroup.org for more information on how you can donate and become a part of our dreams of Avalon.